I had to get in touch with my Stranger Things. So I'm a huge fan of that show, and I had to watch it ASAP. Like literally the day after it came out, like the spoilers started rolling in, and I wasn't watching it until like the evening. And like, dude, 98, incredible. That's awesome. Well, I'm sorry to hear that news, but you know what? 98 is a damn good life. I should be so lucky. I already feel some of the health problems my grandma started getting when she was like 60. um, but yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year, right? But yeah, I wasn't streaming. I was watching Stranger Things. I was, it was according to my kids, it was definitely one of the best Christmases they've had in a long time, which is it's been tough to pull off, man. I don't know about you, but I feel like lately Christmas just comes and goes. Like this, I don't even think I heard the Mariah Carey song or the Wham song. Like not even once. I haven't heard like any Christmas music. Haven't really seen any. I haven't seen much. Like it just feels like it's just kind of. I don't know. It just kind of came and went. You know what I mean? Like it's weird how it's been going. I don't know. Felt like one day it was Halloween, and the next day, yeah, we're getting ready for Christmas, and now we're getting ready for New Year's, and I don't remember any holiday happening. Oh well. How did I like Stranger Things? Oh man, that's the question. The question du jour. Um, I personally, I love it. I love the show. I love how they're telling the story. I love how everything is kind of happening. I love the pacing and stuff like that, like spacing it out the way they are. Um, Everything's really good. Sadly, the only thing I don't like about it is I feel like there is like the community behind it is kind of whack, man. Like I feel like back when I first started watching it, it was like sci-fi, fantasy, D&D, like all the nerds, they were all like that was their thing. Um, Now it just seems like this like Gen Z brain rot fans, like they don't seem to understand plots or storytelling or like ambiguity. It's like the fans, like it seems like you ever sit there watching a movie or a TV show and you're just like, I feel like the cast just keeps explaining the plot to me over and over again. Why do they keep doing that? And then you see like some people like they're like, I don't get this and I don't get that. Why? How did this happen? How did that happen? And they're calling everything a plot hole. Everything that they don't understand is a plot hole. And I'm like, I don't think it is though. Like, you got to go in and you got to like watch it and you got to like analyze it. And there's like some things that were hinted at. And like my understanding is that like, I guess this is going to be spoilers. Like, I guess just as quick as you can, just like shout in the chat if you don't want to hear any spoilers at all, and I'll like tone it back. But like, I'm gonna assume that you've watched everything from beginning to current. So like, what I'm getting from it is at some point, I forgot the actual year, but like 11 sent Henry into what is that? The abyssal realm, right? And then in the abyssal realm, that's where the Mind Flayer lived, right? And then so the Mind Flayer is like kind of he takes over Henry, and now there's like kind of like a link. Like now the Mind Flayer knows about Earth, right? So he kind of uses, and then there's like the scientists that are trying to like create this like bridge between the two. And basically, yeah, like the Mind Flayer, it lived in Dimension X, and then they tried to open up a wormhole between the abyssal Dimension X, whatever you call it. I think they called it Dimension X, but now that it's like in the story, they're calling it the Abyss. So like, so the Upside Down isn't a place; it's the wormhole. You know what I mean? So it's like, so the Upside Down is on one side is Hawkins, on the other side is the Abyss, and they are slowly coming towards each other. Right? That's kind of what I gathered, and that's why like the Upside Down, when you go there from Hawkins, it looks like Hawkins, but it looks like it on the day that they opened up the wormhole. And then, what was it, season 4, Henry or Vecna had to open up the big gate to prepare for the two things to merge. And then after that happened, he left the Upside Down, he left the wormhole, and now he's hiding in the Abyss and waiting to merge the two. That's kind of what I got from it, right? But like everybody else like doesn't seem to get that. Like they just, or maybe they don't like it. They don't like what it is and they don't accept it. So they don't understand like the difference between the Upside Down being like a place and being like the warping of time and space between 2 points, you know? I don't know. It's tough, man. And like one of the things that I really just don't like is like you can't have a good discussion anymore. You know what I mean? Like you can't, like it's everything is black or white. Everything is yes or no. Like there's no nuance. There's no discussion. Like the whole point of media, whether it's music or painting or movies, even video games, is like it's supposed to really make you think, right? Like that's why like some musicians, they won't even tell you what their song is about. Like once it's out there, it's like whatever you feel, like they're like, yeah, just let it be that then, because you know, you don't have like my exact story, you know? So it's like, you know, you got to leave room for nuance, and two people should be able to get two different things from something sometimes. Compare theories instead of shitting on things. Yeah, exactly. And the problem is everybody has like this urge to like I'm basically saying everybody does this, everybody does, but I'm just talking about like the online communities. Like I'm sure that like, you know, like 20 million people watch this and like 20,000 people are discussing it online. So it's like there's, you know, millions of people who are probably just totally normal about it and everything's fine. But from what I read, but I go online and I like to talk about it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to find some place to talk about it. And it's just like everybody's like, oh, this is a plot hole. This is bad storytelling. And like if you ever like say, okay, well, hold on. All right, if it's bad storytelling, how would you tell the story? Like what would you do differently? And like they literally just immediately revert to like stuff that has recently just been done, like time travel, multiverses, you know, those types of things. And it's like, dude, if there's time travel or multiverses in Stranger Things, after spending like nearly a decade of that being the ending of every fucking movie, like I'm gonna hate it. Like, you know what I mean? Like not every movie needs. It's like it's like the ending of Superman with extra steps. Do you remember back in the day when Superman and like Lois Lane died and Jimmy Olsen died and Metropolis collapsed and he just like flew around Earth over and over again until it spun backwards and reversed time and then he saved everybody? It's just that with extra steps, you know, the time travel and multiverse crap. So I don't want that. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I don't know. And I think I was like talking to my wife about it also, and I was like, one of the things that really, really upsets me just in general is when people take like a phrase and use it wrong, and then it basically just gets redefined. Like, it doesn't mean the same thing anymore. So, like, one of the words that waved bye-bye a long time ago was cinematography. Like, people just say cinematography because it has a lot of syllables and makes them sound like they're right no matter what they say. And so I just stopped trying to fight that. But the new thing that I feel like people say that it's wrong is media literacy. I was reading, and a lot of people are saying like, oh, like media literacy, like, if you don't understand what happened, you're media illiterate, or if you can't see like the subtext, you're media illiterate. And like, I gotta disagree. I think media literacy has more to do with like knowing that a bias is being fed to you. So it's like you have to like question what you're reading. Like, who is this supporting? Who wrote this? Who is making money off of this? You know what I mean? Like, you have to ask those questions. That's media literacy. Not like, oh, running up the hill played, so that means they're going literally up. So that's not media literacy. That's like just symbolism and analysis or whatever, But yeah, like, people using the word media literacy wrong and cinematography wrong, and I don't know. It just feels sometimes like the more they like dumb down storytelling, the dumber people get. So it's like, I can tell that they're starting to write shows and movies for people that are like on their phone. Like, they're just like totally aware that like people are watching this and holding their phone in their hand and not paying attention. So that's why, like, when they go into like the Upside Down and like they find that core, what is it, the exotic matter that they find that's basically the center of the wormhole. Like, right before they reveal it, like, Nancy's flashlight goes over it and it goes whoom. You know what I mean? Like, it makes a loud sound. Yo, what's up, Cybeast? Yeah, like, and so like they do that to grab your attention, and I mean, it's intentional. I could see it just as somebody who has watched movies and analyzed movies, and I've taken film classes, and I've done the whole thing. And I made movies myself, believe it or not. student films, but I did it. I could see like what they're trying to do. Like when they're doing that, they're desperately trying to get you to come back, and that's why every time the team meets up, speaking on Stranger Things, every time the team meets up, they re-explain the story. They're like, sit down, I got to tell you what's going on. Oh, we learned something new. Let me explain it to you. Like, they didn't always do that in movies. A lot of the times, they used to just leave stuff, and like you had to like get it. And that's okay. I mean, like, there's some times where you could leave a movie and you didn't get it. And you have to think about it. And then you have to like try to remember stuff or watch it again if you need to, and think about it and talk to other people. And that's okay. That's not bad storytelling. I don't think it is. But people are saying that that's bad writing because they didn't get it at first. And like, what was it? The breakup scene, right? Where Nancy and Jonathan break up, right? And they're like, oh, that's bad storytelling because I didn't get it. It's like, well, it's not bad storytelling. It's complicated. And it like they're just telling you how complicated it was. And they're showing you how complicated it was. And they don't quite explain it completely, but they say enough in there for you to put it together yourself. Even if you don't get it immediately, like, you should be able to eventually put it together. But like, people don't get it, and then they go online and complain immediately. Like, they don't think about it. They don't watch it again. You know, it's not like back in the day either, where like you go and watch Blue Velvet, and then go home like your ear just got fucked, and then like you got to go back and like think about it again. You know what I mean? And if you want to see it again, you got to pay for it. You know, this is on Netflix, man. You can just go back and like just watch it again. Like there was something I didn't understand, and I just went back and I watched a couple episodes that I thought was going to help me, and I watched it, and then I got it, and I was just like, it wasn't bad writing. I forgot something or didn't catch something when they revealed it. That's not bad writing. That's not bad filmmaking. It's not bad cinematography, quote unquote. Certainly wasn't a plot hole. And like I got it, and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. And like I felt like that was part of the experience, but it's going away. They're catering to it. You know what I mean? They cater to that type of behavior. They cater to that type of reaction. And yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of weep for the future of filmmaking and even the TV shows now. And like, I'm sorry, but like another thing is like, and also I'm sorry I said this is so negatively charged, but I love the show, but like just the criticism about it gets me riled up. I love the show more than I hate the criticism, for sure, but you know, I'm just kind of putting my thoughts into the aether out there. But what was the other thing I was about to say? Now I forgot. Oh, and people are saying like, you know, you know, they said the stakes were really high and it was going to be dark and nobody died or anything, and I'm just like, even though nobody died, it's still kind of dark, right? Like, didn't they like kidnap kids? Aren't there like 12 missing kids now? Like, did anybody notice that that there's kids that were like taken into like a mind prison, and like in reality their bodies are like trapped in the abyss? That's pretty dark, isn't it? But well, anyway, yeah, that's and the one last thing about it too is like it sucks because I feel like that exact thing that I hate, which is like this this low IQ like viewership, it's bleeding into video games too. You know what I mean? Like these gaming companies, they're starting to make games that are like, you know, these people aren't going to be paying attention, so we need to like repeat ourselves or spoon feed things. And that's how you get stuff like in like Metroid Prime 4, there's like the quote unquote comic relief, you know, of Miles McKenzie or whatever his name was. I think that was right. You know, or you know, you have like that that just silliness every time something really cool happens, instead of letting it, you know, flow. Like it happens, and then like one of the characters has to make a remark about it, you know? Yo, what's up, Millie? Wi-Fi is inconsistent. All right, it's all good. My my stream here is pretty high bit rate. I think I have transcoding too. You should be able to watch it in like 480p or whatever. But yeah, I think even the code is trans. Wah wah. I know the damn liberals just made everybody trans. They turned my frogs gay. Oh, that's another thing. I thought it was like kind of wild how like they implied that Will was gay like the entire series, and then like when he finally comes out, like he doesn't even say it. He says, "I don't like girls. I mean, not like that." I was just like, come on, dude. Just, you have to like say it. It would punch a lot harder if you just said it. But I mean, that was pretty cool. I like the way they did it too, like how Vecna uses mind control, and like the one thing that was weakening Will was hiding that from his friends, so he had to do it. So it was literally part of the fight. It wasn't just like in there for no reason. Like it was part of the fight. Like he had to do that. Otherwise, like he would be too weak to fight if he held that in. I thought that was really cool. That was a very interesting take. You personally did that? Oh, you trans my code? All right. Well then, transit to a bit rate that you could watch at a good flow, and then we'll all be happy. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, to sum it up though, I do love Stranger Things, and I like abstract stuff that you when you're done watching it, you're kind of like you have to think about it. You know, you can't just like walk out, like they don't tell you everything. Like there's no aha moment. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, this all makes sense now. You know, it's like you know, you walk out and you're just like, wait, what happened? How did this happen? And it's like you have to go and like you just have to think about it. And you could do rewatches. It's on Netflix. I can't stress enough how cool it is to live in a time where if you didn't get it, you can watch it again. Like if you really care about the story and something didn't make sense to you, you can watch it again. Like for example, like I was talking to my friend, I was just like one thing I don't understand about Stranger Things right now is how were they able to open a gate in Russia if the Upside Down has a wall around Hawkins? So I went back and I rewatched a few episodes and I found out Russia didn't have a gate. I was wrong. There was no Russian gate. The Russian gate, the Russians were coming to Hawkins, going into that lab in the underneath the mall. And that was the Russian gate. It was still in Hawkins. And how did they get all the stuff there? They were shipping it out. There was no gate that you go. You can't well, do what you can. It sounds like you have a grasp on the conversation a little bit here. So, yeah, I guess just enjoy as much as you can. So yeah, they ship the creatures, like that's how they had like a piece of the Mind Flayer. They had a Demogorgons. They had Demo dogs and everything in Russia, but they were pulling them out of the Upside Down in their lab with the gate open in Hawkins. And when Hopper ended up in Russia, he didn't fall through a gate. He fell underneath the gate opener, that laser thing, and they found his unconscious body and shipped him to Russia. So you know, it all kind of made sense after I watched it, and I was able to watch it. Now compare that to like if you were to go to see like a movie in the theater, like you go see, yeah, like Blue Velvet or The Shining or, you know, anything by like David Lynch or anything by Stanley Kubrick or anything, you know, Kurosawa. And you go home and you're like, I don't get it. You got to wait for it to come out, or you have to buy another ticket to go see it. Now you could just go back and see it whenever you want. All right, well, that was fun. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope you guys do enjoy Stranger Things. If you don't, maybe go check it out. It's a bit long now, if you haven't watched any of it. 5 seasons, almost an hour per episode. The last 2 seasons, it was more than an hour per episode. But, yeah, hopefully go watch it and enjoy it. I'm gonna be super bummed when it's over. I'm literally not looking forward to any other show. Like, this was the only thing that I was looking forward to for a long time. Like, I'm gonna have to find a new show to watch. And the other two shows that I watch are The Boys and Peacemaker, and I think they ended this year too. Like, they're on their last thing. I think The Boys is gonna end next spring. So, I'm gonna have to find something new to rattle my brain around with.